G'day, Easy here from Deepseed. I'm here today at Deepseed HQ to show you how you can take the perfect set of measurements. This can be done simply and easily so that you end up with a perfect fitting jumpsuit. We have great systems, computers and everything, brilliant. But a great suit starts with you and the measurements you send. Before we get started, there are just a couple of things that you will need. Firstly, a dressmaker's tape. We've had people use builder's tape, string and a ruler, just a ruler. None of these are any good. You need a dressmaker's tape. Be aware that most dressmaker tapes are double-sided, so be sure to check that your tape is not twisted as they read in opposite directions. You think it says 72 when in fact it's 24 on the opposite side. Secondly, you'll need someone with you to measure you. Somebody competent, definitely not your local DZ idiot, your pet monkey, yourself, or your half-blind granny or granddad. When your friend measures you, get them to take each one 3 times and send us the average. Don't make any adjustments by yourself. Send us your actual measurements. No, I'm going on a diet and we'll lose 3 inches.
Diet punch.
Wishful thinking will not make your jumpsuit fit properly. Lastly, you need to wear the clothes that you'd normally wear under your jumpsuit. We suggest you only ever wear form-fitting clothes beneath your jumpsuit. Polyprops and thin thermals are good. Baggy fleeces and baggy jeans, not so good.
We need as good an idea of your actual body size as possible. Which leads me quite nicely to the next point.
We're making a tailor-made garment specifically to your body measurements, so you can really help us to help you help me help you by getting your mate to take some photos of you, front on, side on, and from behind, and uploading them to your order. This just helps paint a picture of your body shape and helps us spot any glaring mistakes you might have made with your measurements. We've had some great fun making this video guide, and we hope you've enjoyed it too. But seriously, we want to make you a great suit, so no kidding around. Alright, let's get into it. Before we get started, it's a good idea to mark the natural waist, as you're going to keep on coming back to this point throughout. First of all, locate the natural waist. This is the thinnest part of your waist. Once you've found the spot, use a piece of string or elastic to mark off the point. For the neck, all we're doing is locating the bottom point of the neck where the neck meets the shoulders and measuring around that point. First of all, you want to locate the points of the shoulders. This is where the bony part is. Once you've done this, measure across the back of the shoulders, keeping the tape level and flat. For the sleeve length, locate the same point that you used for measuring across the shoulders. Get the person to put their hand on their hip and make sure you can see the wrist bone. Then just measure from shoulder point around the elbow and down to the wrist bone. To measure the shoulders of the elbow, use the shoulder point again and just measure to the center of the elbow. For the wrist to elbow, start at the wrist bone and measure up to the center of the elbow. It's the tickets to the gun show. Get your partner to flex their bicep as much as possible, find the widest spot, and then measure round it. For the forearm measurement, we're going to locate the tape on the inside of the elbow. Get your partner to bring their forearm up to their bicep and then measure around the forearm including the elbow. The wrist bone is pretty straightforward, just feel for the wrist bone and then measure around. For the armhole, loop the tape underneath the armpit, get them to put their arm by their side, and then bring the tape over and around and measure the circumference. For the chest, you need to locate the widest part of the chest, which is usually just above the nipple line, and make sure their arms are by their sides. Then measure around the chest, making sure the tape is level all the way around. Coming back to the natural waist point that we marked off earlier, just run your tape around that point. For the pant waist, you want to measure where the person would comfortably wear their pants or underpants. Just get them to point that out for you and then measure around the top of that place. We need to know the distance between the natural waist and the pant waist. So again, get the person to point out where their pants are and measure from the string down to the pant waist. For the front of neck to natural waist, you want to put the tape in the hollow of the neck, which is just between the collarbones, and then bring the tape down to the natural waist mark. For the crotch, get your partner to hold the tape at the natural waist at the front, then bring the tape through the legs and up the back to the natural waist point, pulling it nice and snug in the crotch, but not tight. Locate the neck bone. If they bend their head forward, you can do this, and then run the tape down to the natural waist. For the total torso, place the tape at the base of the neck, then bring it down through the legs and back up around to the back of the neck. Make sure again you pull the tape snug but not tight in the crotch. For the hips and butt, it's best to have the person turn side onto you so you can see, and then just wind the tape around the widest part of their butt. For their upper thigh, try and find the widest part of their thigh and then just measure around it. Measuring the lower thigh, place the tape just above the knee, probably 2 fingers width, just above the top of the kneecap. For the calf, locate the widest part of the calf and then measure around it. For the crotch to knee, you need your partner to put the tip of the tape between 2 fingers. Then place that tape just touching in the perineum. Guys, this is between your ballsack and your asshole. Girls, this is between your lady's bits and your asshole. Once they've got that, run the tape down the inside of the leg, measuring to the centre of the knee. Keeping the tape in the same spot, measure from the crotch down to the ankle bone. Also keeping the tape in the same spot in the crotch, measure from the crotch down to the floor. For the waist to knee, have your partner pick up their leg so that it's parallel to the floor. Then with the tape starting at the natural waist point, measure down the side of the leg to the centre of the knee. For the knee to ankle, find the centre point of the knee and measure from that point to the ankle bone. For measuring the ankle, just make sure you measure around the ankle bone. For the first bust measurement, just make sure that you locate the fullest part of the bust with arms by the side and measure around. The next point you need to locate is the high neck point. Measure from here to the fullest bust point. Find the same spot on the high neck and measure from that point to the natural waist that's already marked. Measuring underneath the bust, just find the bottom of the bust and then measure around directly underneath. The final measurement on the bust, we're going to measure from the central bust point down to the natural waist. Be sure that you've got your rig on and fastened correctly before you do this measurement. For the camera jacket, we just need you to measure it's from your armpit to the top of your lateral web. The second camera jacket measurement is going from your armpit to just above the buckles of your leg straps.
So I will never fully tell you, bro, what it's like for me to be out here for you. It's a pride swallowing, up at dawn siege that I will never fully tell you about. Help me. Help you. Help me. Help you. Help me. Help you.